Basically, if you were to think about normal or the normality of something, it's usually a routine or something that your brain and body are completely used to. So if you think of an addict or a workaholic, their routine is completely normal to them. It's only after they step out of that particular mindset or mind frame, they will see that there was a severe dysfunction. So basically, if you feel like your normal is basically, you don't really think anything of it, it's just kind of like something that you're used to, it might be an invitation for you now to think about what exactly you want your normal to be. So most people's normal is working a 9 to 5, or it might be maybe running 5 miles a day, or it might be reading books. But I would definitely invite you to ask yourself as well as others if you actually enjoy your normal, if you're doing it just because you're told to, or because you think someone else has your best interest at heart. Your normal could quite possibly be your particular cage, and you don't actually realize that until after you step out of the cage. So I would like you guys to do an exercise, and so basically, if I were to completely block out my entire surroundings and really step into my internal world and my internal body, and there's no such thing as being told what to do, no instruction, no sense of what is right and wrong, no type of authority figure. It's just you and your internal self and your intuition and your emotional body, basically your truest form. And I would invite you to actually center yourself into that space, and what does it feel like to you? So basically, people operate based on what we are told to do, or what we feel that everyone else is doing, so we should be doing it as well. So this is a time where sometimes people feel a bit lost, or they feel like they're not knowing what they're supposed to be doing, or why they feel different, or why they feel like an outsider. So this is a kind of a grounding technique, and it's basically to center yourself into your core of yourself. So usually people like to center themselves like in their stomach area or in their abdomen area, because that symbolizes like the core of yourself. And in this place, I would like you to imagine what you would like to, what you actually enjoy doing. Let's pretend that we are like just born into this world, and we get to experience things for ourselves, and we get to do the things that we actually really enjoy doing. And I want you to imagine that your internal being is kind of like your guide, right? So if you were to really center yourself into this being or your internal world, what is there a landscape that is involved in it? Are there colors involved? Is there other people within your internal world, or is it just you? And this is kind of a grounding technique that I find really helpful when a person feels not very grounded or they feel very lost. So I like to remind myself as well as other people, at the end of the day, you have you. Like, you have to live and love and be with yourself. So I like to encourage people to make sure that that place is a loving place. So this is also a time, if you were to go into your internal world and go into your emotional body, does it feel loving to you? Does it feel safe? Does it feel welcoming? And if it doesn't, then this is an opportunity for your body basically telling you that you need to be more loving to me. You need to be more kind to me, more caring. Like, I'm giving you opportunities that you can be able to do that. So these are questions that I invite you guys to ask yourself. And so when you start to go back to your normal? Is it something that you really would want to go back to, or is it something that you don't really want to go back to? Does it feel true for you, or are you doing it just because you have to? Is your job something that you really enjoy? Does it bring you peace? Does it bring you happiness? Does it share light to other people? If your internal guidance system or your internal world, does it match what you're seeing, like, in your circumstances right now? So these are just questions I like to invite people to ask if they're feeling a little bit lost, and it also really helps you anchor into yourself and feel really a little bit more grounded in what you would like. At the end of the day, you have yourself, and you are a beautiful mosaic, and you have all these beautiful parts that are willing to help you and guide you into a better and more beautiful life. And just remember that your mind and your body absolutely love you and adore you, and that's why it likes to give you tips and clues as to via emotions or pains or thoughts that it's trying to help you better you or to be present with it. So just keep that in mind, that you always have you, and make sure that you are loving and kind to yourself today. And thank you guys so much for watching, and I will see you in my next video. Bye.